But a man can just use a condom or have a vasectomy. And all these, when you compare the side effects to these, to what the women go through, it's quite negligible, for example. So we're like, why don't we do the act of love as a man?
Wow.
Take a vasectomy for your woman, for your family,
So,
but also to go ahead and plan for your family.
hello, good people. Thank you for coming back to our channel. My name is Henry, and I'm super honored to have a gentleman whom I'm going to have a conversation with. He's called Ibra. He'll talk a little bit more about himself and he'll tell us about an act of love. He's the gentleman hosting us today. We are at his place actually. And yeah, the man is right here with us. So, Ibra, it's a pleasure to have you on our show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so who is Ibra?
Well, my name is Ibrahim Ngonge.
Mm.
I am a human being, a man, a father,
Okay.
and a responsible member of society.
Wow. Wow.
I do quite a number of things, but right now I'm here to talk about men's health.
Men's health.
I'm with an organization called World Vasectomy Day.
Okay.
It's an international organization that also operates in Africa and in Uganda in particular. And we talk about men's health as it is, and as I'll bring up the campaign. We have a campaign called An Act of Love.
Wow.
And the campaign basically says that as a man, you need to love yourself enough, take care of your health. And this started at first as a reproductive health, because women go through a lot when going through their reproductive health issues and family planning. And we're looking at men and like, okay, how do men come into support? How do you extend an act of love as a man to make sure that your woman doesn't go through those issues? For example, a woman will go on 2 pills, for example, or an IUD or other contraceptive methods that may affect their hormones and they bring a big, they have a big side effect to them. But a man can just use a condom or have a vasectomy. And all these, when you compare the side effects to these, to what the women go through, it's quite negligible, for example. So we're like, why don't we do the act of love as a man?
Wow.
Take a vasectomy for your woman, for your family,
So,
but also to go ahead and plan for your family.
So it's like a man taking an extra step and being responsible for what happens, especially in their relationship with the ladies. Exactly. Because usually most of the family planning methods, they target the women. It's everything, all the burden is onto the women.
Exactly.
So it's more like calling on men to be more responsible and they take this on themselves.
Yeah.
Wow.
However, as we started the campaign, as we went on doing the work with World Vasectomy, we realized that actually there is more to men's life than just vasectomy, just family planning, just children. Because actually some men don't even have children. Other men have issues that are beyond just children. You saw when we had a conversation inside that men don't take health serious. Until a man cannot move, until they cannot get out of bed, then they will go for a checkup. Last week on Friday, I had an incident. I actually fainted at work.
Sorry about that.
And I realized it was something simple, but I didn't give it the attention it deserved. But that's all men, like 90% of us. We don't know. If you ask a man, how much do you weigh? I don't know. What's your blood pressure? I do not know.
Yes.
Whether the same went for a medical check? I do not know. Yet these are things you should know. You should know about blood pressure. You should know these things as an everyday thing. Globally, the rates of suicide are high in men.
Actually, men are more likely.
Yes. But it's not because men do not care. If you look at global issues in health, finance, and all that, men are pivotal in everything. You cannot run an economy without men. You cannot run a home without men. You cannot nurture children without men. Even when most of us have relegated our responsibility just providing the money, 90% of the men wake up every day to go and struggle and suffer and sacrifice for people to benefit who, not them.
Yeah.
Most of the fathers out there are going to go. A man is going to be earning 5 million, for example, in a month, and they only spend 100,000 on themselves.
Most of it goes to other people.
It's going to either go to the people he's taking care of, or he's going to go into the things that are going to help him make more money for those people. So when someone's going to say, no, he spends on fuel, but that fuel is going to go work, right?
Yeah.
He spends on airtime. That airtime is to make sure he gets the bills he's getting. But you find this man and ask, when you last take yourself out for a drink, they do not know. This is buying a new suit because he has to have a new suit at office. But we ask him genuinely, when did you as a man take yourself out for lunch or for dinner, a nice restaurant? When did you buy yourself a nice phone because you want it?
You know, we spend all our lives working for other people.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
either working for your wife,
Your wife,
your
oh,
children, your mother, your sister,
yes, yes,
your
yes.
father, your brothers, and that's it. So when we broadened this campaign to an act of love, we wanted to look at positive masculinity. As a man, we have a lot of challenges we go through. And the world has tainted men as perpetrators of gender-based violence, as the enemies of progress. Far movies are saying death to patriarchy. They're like, yes, men have these issues, but where do these issues come from? First of all, men don't love themselves enough. You're going to find that I don't know when is the last time you went to salon to have your nails cut.
If you get time anyway, we don't even usually have time for that.
Exactly. Even go to the hair salon, you want to look for the cheapest hair
Yes,
salon.
yes, yes. That
But
is save more.
there are times where you go, they pamper you, do a facial, give you a massage. You look at that as extravagant. Oh, it's not money. Okay? You're going to look at a man. Men always and always look at themselves as the last resort. And here we are saying, you see, for a man to come home and become violent to their children or wife, it's because there's something that is missing. They are not loving themselves enough. They're not taking care of themselves enough. A man to come and force a man to go for family planning, you go for obligation, or you go for an injector plan, you have not understood that there is a vasectomy, there is a condom to use. So we are thinking, let men love themselves a little bit. And then it's okay for a man to actually have a good life. Let's have conversations as men. Men don't talk.
Yeah, we really talk about our
We
problems.
can meet, we talk about Arsenal, we talk about President Museveni, we talk about Kabaka, we talk about everything,
but not
not
about
ourselves.
ourselves. Yes.
We can talk about cars for a whole day. I can come and have a conversation with you about cars, the latest car, how it's fast, the horsepower it has, how from 0 to 100, how long does that take, the latest fuel. We know. We can even have a conversation about what is happening. Elon Musk is doing this, Zuckerberg is going through that, there's IFRIS now and all that. We don't talk about our lives.
No man ever talks about their STI. Having a
We
sexual
don't.
transmitted
You
infection.
find that you can have a group of 4 men in
Yeah.
one with your friends. You
Yeah.
drink every day. People who drink, they drink every day. They go out every day. If you go to the same mosque, you go to the same mosque every day or the same church. But you have an STI, you have a UTI, you have an infection. You cannot talk about your friend about. And guess what? Now there's a problem. There's a sexual network. You find that these 4 men, because you're all in the same group, somehow you are sexually connected in a way, and then you're making each other sick. You don't know.
Yeah. And on the other hand, our counterparts, the females, each problem they have,
They talk.
they share.
They talk. Women will go to a
Yes.
toilet and find a
Yes.
stranger who is
Yes.
a woman, and they talk about their life. Just you've seen if you have a partner, she tells you, "Oh, this girl is my friend." You ask how they met. No, we go to the same church, but in just a week of going to that church, they are friends. They know about each other's life, their children, their pet, their home, the school they went to, and things like that. And that's why we have these gatherings. We want men to come together. And if you see the settings, it's not even like a lot of talking, no, but we have games around, we're having soft drinks,
Yeah, yeah,
barbecue.
yeah.
Let men first relax. It's okay, it's Labor Day. People have been working. Like, okay, just come to one place, eat, drink. Don't worry about home. Don't worry about things. Like, we know home has food. Just come here, sit and relax.
Wow.
And then have a conversation. You don't have to talk about yourself. Talk about anything else. Talk about politics, but it's a men's place. And we do this a lot of times. We always have game nights and things like that. We have barbecues, we have sports. You see, we have pool tables around.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes
You
even go
played
for
Ludo.
football. So we want men to first
I saw you
come
play.
together as men. And when they come
Portable.
together, they're able to talk to each other. They're able to have conversations. They're able to connect. Business connections. I know this guy is in this.
Yeah. Man, that short time we were there, I heard there was a lawyer, there is a journalist, there are doctors, almost people from all walks
People
of
in the
life.
army, internal affairs,
Yeah.
and now we start like that. We connect with each other.
Wow.
That means that tomorrow, if you have a tax problem, it's a guy from you, you met at a men gathering to talk to. You start to solve your problem slowly but surely. Now, when you start engaging with this on a regular basis, then you even have conversations about your health. And that's where I want to go.
Wow.
I want men to be more aware about their health. I want men to be able to discuss these things. Parenting. It's not just a matter of bringing money.
Men never talk about it usually.
What type of children do you want to raise, for example? Mothers know these things. I argue with mother of my daughter and go to this school, the child goes to this school, they're studying something different, she's doing something different. And it's a struggle, but when you discuss, of course, somebody tells you, no, me, I have this issue at my home, I handle it like this, or let's have these conversations. So That's what we want to do. We want to find
Awesome.
solutions for us men. We want us
Awesome.
to be more healthier, to be more open, to understand that, you know what, we are as equally important as people we look after.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Quite a good initiative. And I don't know how long you've done this, but it's really beautiful. And if you keep with it, I'm sure it'll make a very, very big positive change. As you end this conversation, Mr. Ibra, what are your final remarks? What do you want the men out there to know? And what do you want them to do?
As I finalize, there are two
Hmm.
things I want to say. One, I didn't even look in the camera.
Please.
Every man there
Hmm.
should show themselves an act of love.
Hmm.
Just one act of love. It can be in a day, in a month, in a week.
Hmm.
Just do something that is for you
Hmm.
as a man.
Hmm.
Love yourself. Like, love yourself. But very importantly, let's show an act of love to the people around us. Every decision you make, remember, it affects you financially, it affects you mentally, it affects you health-wise, physically, socially, in all ways. So whatever you decide, always have the thought of what is better than the other. Okay? Think of, if I want to buy a Range Rover tomorrow, what is the ripple effect of me buying that Range Rover? Vis-a-vis my economy, my family, and everything. If I go to beat my woman today, what's the ripple effect of that? Think of it and see what is the best way you can show love while doing that act. For example, if you want to buy a 200 million car, which is recent V8, for example, and my wife is still driving her Harrier, I could say the Harrier, top up, don't buy 200M, buy
Yeah.
like 150, top up the 50
Balance.
to her, buy an equally better car, an act of love in the family. So whatever you do
Wow.
as men, let's look on how we can extend that one act of love. Yes, one act of love
Wow.
for yourself and then for the person next to you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Act of love. Thank you very much also for passing on this act of love to us and giving us this wonderful talk. I hope the men out there have learned something from it and they have enjoyed it. And I look forward to having you again another time.
Thank
you very much, Ibra.
And you can follow our socials.
Yeah. You guys have social media as well?
Yes,
Yeah,
World
okay.
Vasectomy Day.
Okay.
Yeah, Africa, World Vasectomy Day Uganda, but also hashtag an act of love.
An act of love.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ibra. Okay.